This man spent 30 years behind bars.
He had no name, no background, no identity, yet he insisted the prison was real. And when the chemical agents started working, they realized something far worse. In the deepest level of a maximum security prison, there was a man no system could explain. Guards didn't know his name, only his cell number. He had no criminal record, no fingerprints in any database, and no birth certificate. Yet every shift change, every head count, he was there, sitting, watching, silent. And according to prison logs, he had been there for decades. Most prisoners arrive with paperwork, files filled with charges, dates, histories. This man arrived with nothing. No intake photo, no arrest report, just a handwritten note added to the registry. Do not release. No signature, no explanation. When questioned, senior staff claimed the file had always been that way. The guards avoided his cell, not because he was violent, but because of how calm he was. He never asked questions, never requested parole, never complained. When spoken to, he responded politely, as if he understood exactly where he was and why he could never leave. Inmates whispered stories. Some said he had been there longer than the prison itself. Others claimed he didn't age normally. Photos taken years apart showed almost no difference in his appearance. Same posture, same eyes, same expression, like someone waiting for something inevitable. A young administrator once tried to update old records. When he searched the prisoner's name, nothing came up because there was no name to search. Not in state systems, not federally, not even in sealed archives. It was as if the man had never been born. Alarmed, the administrator contacted higher authorities. Days later, officials arrived unannounced. They reviewed the case in silence. No questions, no reactions. Then they issued a direct order. The file was to remain untouched. Further inquiries would be considered a security violation. But curiosity doesn't die easily. One night, a guard asked the prisoner a simple question. "What did you do?" The man smiled faintly and replied, "I stayed." That was all. No context, no emotion, just those two words. Medical exams raised more questions. His vitals were normal, but inconsistent with his documented age. According to prison records, he should have been over 80, yet his body showed signs of someone decades younger. Doctors quietly requested reassignment. Then came the audit, a routine government review that accidentally flagged the anomaly, a prisoner with no legal existence, no sentence length, no court ruling. By law, he couldn't be detained, and so, for the first time in 30 years, release was considered. The release order was prepared. The prison waited for confirmation. Instead, they received a single-page fax. No letterhead, no sender. It read, "Releasing this individual will result in irreversible consequences." Officials hesitated. Meetings were held behind closed doors. No one could explain what the warning meant, but no one was willing to ignore it. The release was postponed indefinitely. That night, the prisoner spoke again. Unprompted, he told the guard, "It's not time yet." When asked what he meant, he turned away and said nothing more. Weeks later, his cell was found empty. No forced entry, no alarms triggered. Surveillance footage showed static during the exact window he vanished. Minutes later, the feed returned cell empty, bed neatly made. Searches found nothing. No escape route, no body, no trace. The file was quietly removed from the system. Guards were reassigned. Administrators transferred. Years later, a former warden admitted something disturbing. He claimed the prisoner wasn't held for punishment, but containment. That he wasn't dangerous because of what he did, but because of what he was. No official explanation was ever released. The prison denies the man existed. Records show an empty cell for those 30 years. But some guards still remember him. They remember his voice, his eyes, and the way he looked at the door like he knew it would eventually open on its own. If the story sounds impossible, that's because it is. And yet, fragments of the file still surface in leaked documents and anonymous testimonies. Was he a mistake? A test subject? Or something the system couldn't classify and chose to lock away instead? One thing is certain. Somewhere in the archives of forgotten prisons and sealed files, there was a man with no name, and for 30 years he stayed.